A new tool just learned to kill the cancers doctors call Untreatable. Two labs built a clock so exact it would barely lose a second in billions of years. And later, 42 states team up to drag one AI giant into court. Let's go. It's Tuesday, June 16th. You're on Innover. Today was a science day. Let's get into it. Start with the big one. Scientists built a new CRISPR tool that kills cancer cells on purpose. Here's the trick. It hunts for a broken gene called P53. When a cell has that break, the tool cuts the cell apart. That broken gene shows up in nearly half of all cancers. In some of the hardest ones, it shows up 70 to 90% of the time. These are the cancers we usually cannot drug. This goes straight after the thing that makes them cancer. Building a new version for a different cancer is faster than making a normal drug. Getting it inside the body is still the hard part. But if this holds up in people, it changes how we fight the cancers that scare doctors the most. That was your body. Now let's talk about time itself. Two teams, one in China and one in Europe, each built the first working nuclear clock. Normal atomic clocks read the buzz of electrons. A nuclear clock reads the tiny core of the atom instead. That core barely moves, so the clock is way steadier and far more exact. They used an atom called thorium-229. Hitting it with the exact right laser was the hard part, and both teams cracked it. Why care? Clocks this exact can find oil and water underground, test the laws of physics, and make GPS sharper. We just got a new way to measure reality. That tends to change everything we build next. Staying in the lab, here's a number that sounds made up. Stick around. Later, 42 states gang up on one AI company. Quantinuum showed quantum bits that work 800 times better than the raw hardware they run on. Quick plain version. Quantum computers make tons of mistakes. So you bundle many shaky bits into one steady bit that fixes itself. They squeezed 48 of these steady bits out of 98 shaky ones, and they published it in Nature. Fewer parts for the same power means a real quantum computer just got closer, not further away. Enough about the very small, let's go very fast. NASA's X-59 jet broke the sound barrier for the first time out over the California desert. It hit Mach 1.077. That is just past the speed of sound at about 43,000 feet. The whole point of this jet is to be quiet. Loud booms got fast flights over land banned back in 1973. If the X-59 stays quiet enough, that 50-year ban could finally go away, coast to coast in half the time. So far, this was all about building things. This next one is about a fight. Here is the one I promised you. 42 states just hit OpenAI with one giant subpoena. A subpoena is a legal order to hand over records. This is the biggest legal probe ever aimed at an AI company. They want answers on ads, on how ChatGPT keeps you hooked, and on how it treats kids, older users, and your private data. The timing stings. OpenAI just filed to go public at close to $1 trillion, and now this is a risk it has to warn investors about. The new question for AI is not just what it can do, it is what it is allowed to do. Last one, and it is small but kind of wild. Some researchers took a common AI tool and made it run 200 times faster. The tool is called K-means. It groups similar things together. AI uses it to build search and to organize memory. The old way wasted time shuffling data in and out of memory. They rebuilt it around how the chip actually works. It is free and open source. Cheaper, faster AI search, starting today. Today, the quiet labs did the loud work. Cancer, time, and quantum all moved on the same day. More and more, the real story is science turning into tools we can actually use. We track it every day. Subscribe and watch it with us.